beginning of shelach. V'yidaber Hashem Moshe Lemor. Shelach lecha anoshim. V'yisuru etz Canaan. Send for yourself anoshim, men, that they should scatter out Eretz Canaan. Asher ani nosi l'bnei Yisrael, which I'm giving to the Bnei Yisrael. So there's an obvious question. It'd be enough to say, Shlach l'cha noshim, Yisura Eretz Canaan. Originally they asked to send spies. This is Hashem's response to their request. So it would be enough to say, Shlach l'cha noshim, Yisura Eretz Canaan. What's Asher and Yosef Bnei Yisrael? I mean, it's known. The ultimate Yitzis Mitzrayim received the Torah and they go to Eretz Yisrael. So what does there have to mention? Asher ani Yosef Bnei Yisrael. Ish echod, esh echod. One person, lemate avosav tishlochu. Tribe of the paternal line you should send, kol nosi of him. Only the nosi. Kol nosi. Only the prince qualifies to be sent. So over here, the Orach Chaim HaKadosh explains, what does it say, Asher Nosen Livnei Yisrael? And if this would have been fully grasped and understood, there wouldn't have been a story with the Meraglim. Why? Factually, humanly, it was impossible to conquer Israel. They saw giants, they saw things which humanly is impossible to overtake. Let's say a person sells a piece of property, and the tenants, so the buyer says, how are we going to get the tenants out? So the seller says, guaranteed, it's free and clear, I will remove all the tenants. And the seller has the ability to remove them. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Asher ani nosi l'bnei Yisrael. Scattered Canaan that I am giving. There's nothing beyond Hashem's ability. Hashem is saying up front, it's not within your ability. So what you're going to see there, it's something which is an impossibility. But don't even consider it for a moment, because Asher ani nosi. It's not you, it's me. I'm giving it to be free and clear. I will clear the land from these giants. So it's not you. But what was the mistake? This didn't register with them. When they saw the giants, they saw impossible situations. They said it's a land that devours its inhabitants. We were like grasshoppers in the eyes of these giants, or in our eyes. Therefore, and so this was key. And because this didn't somehow resonate with them, they didn't fully internalize it. Therefore, the Chet HaMeraglim came about. And there's a famous, there's a very important Siporno here. The Siporno says, what did Hashem have to choose the ones who went? Because we find with the Meraglim that in terms of fact, they reported accurately. It was an interpretation of the facts. When you deal with people of special stature, they're not lying. These people are not lying. Ordinary people, for whatever reason, they may lie. They can't be trusted. But a person of status doesn't lie. Their failing was, it was their interpretation of fact. That's the reason why it's called Nosi B'hem. It's only the Nosi who's fully responsible, only they were qualified to be sent as Meraglim. This is Siforno here. These are the ones.
What was the time frame, the difference between the Korban and this Meraglim? Was there
This is the second year. This is the second year in the desert.
So
they spent 40 years after that. Did another 30, close to 39 years.
How long did they wait?
See?
it was like one on top of the other.
Rabbi, how long were you away? Oh, he says the spies were away for 40 days. Okay. 2 days is like a year, because 40 days were like 40 years. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's see Rashi. Shlach l'cha noshim lo menisma parshas Meraglim parshas Miriam. Here the timeline is not so simple, because the question is, the previous parsha ended with what? With the story of Miriam. She spoke about Moshe. Al iske dibo shedibro b'achio. She was smitten because of the dibo, the information which she had spoken about her brother, Rishon alo rov lo kol musar. And these Rishonim, they saw what happened to Miriam, v'lo lo kol musar. You know, it's interesting, just thinking. You know, Rashi only doesn't cite the full medrash. They waited 7 days till Miriam recovered from her leprosy. Why? Because just as she waited to see what was going to happen with Moshe when he was put in the water, so therefore, Klal Yisrael, and Yaakov, Nishchina waited for a week until she recovered. That was the Mida Keneged Mida. She waited the small amount of time, Klal Yisrael waited. I mean, there's no greater disgrace. You know something? Don't do me any favors. You know, I mean, here you make it public knowledge that she failed with Lashon Hara, because she only became a leper because she spoke about Moshe Rabbeinu, right? So evidently, this is a schus. So evidently, because you could learn a lesson from this. You could learn a lesson from this. It would have been swept under the carpet. Nobody would have known. What lessons could you draw from this? So that is the schus. As she waited, we wait. We give you covet, but you know something? No, thank you. No, it has great value. The Meraglim, Laman Nishchum Parshas Meraglim, Parshas Miriam. Risham lo rov lo musar. This is a model. This is a model for Klal Yisrael to learn. Right? Zochis Yisrael Hashem Elokech LaMiriam. B'tzeischem Mitzrayim. Right? This is exactly the lesson to learn. So the lesson which the Torah only exposed her for this, to learn this lesson, they didn't learn the lesson. Because otherwise, why? Why embarrass the woman? For what reason? Right? That is the value of making public knowledge. I mean, you could ask yourself the question, does HaKadosh Baruch Hu want to embarrass a person? So he did it specifically to learn Musa from it. So that's the point. Risham alolu rov lo lo kol Musa. I know that's the difficulty. Yeah, with Chatzeros.
He can learn this.
Yeah. Good. That's the difficulty. That's the difficulty. It's coming.
Yeah, I know. That's so. How does it say Rishon Halolu from that? I mean, that's not Rishon Halolu.
I don't know. I'm not. What? Whoever they were showing. They were Risha. What do you mean? They slandered God over here. It's irrelevant why. It's irrelevant why. You know? I'll tell you the truth. If you really learn the story well, you have to be at an exceptional level not to see it the way they saw it. I mean, you have unbelievable. If you see a wall, I always give the example, if you see a wall of fire, and Hashem says to you, go into the fire, and you're going to pass through the fire, you're not going to be at all harmed. Are you going to just walk through the fire like through an open door? And Hashem said it to you. Because since, fire burns, you know what you do? You get close, you see the warmth. Get a little closer, if it feels safe, then you go further. Are you going to walk through nonchalantly, like not with a care in the world, as if there's no fire there? You're not going through. Yeshua and Kalev were at a level, they walk straight through the fire without a problem. I mean, you see giants, you see wherever you go, people are dying. I mean, how are you supposed to understand this? You know what level of faith, of trust you have to have? It's an exceptional level. So because of that, that's why they interpreted it. They said it doesn't make sense. It was their evaluation of fact. Fact tells us this doesn't make sense. Why? And especially as the Sifrono says later, they believed they deserved to die. They were over the Avodah Zarah in Egypt. I mean, how is Hashem now treating them as if they're princes? The whole thing doesn't make any sense. They had the problem all along. This was problem bothered them. But if things are going well, you don't think about it. You put it on the back burner. But now that you're confronted with the fact, now something now makes sense. Now he's going to take revenge for what we were in the past, or for all the failings that we failed. Okay, now it makes sense. He's taking us here to destroy us. So you don't have to come on because they're going to be not going to be Nesiim, they could be this, all this. You don't need all this. Just a simple understanding of the parsha.
They didn't say that they even wanted to go in the first place. I mean,
No, that's Chazal. That's the Chazal tell us. I mean, that he says, Shlach L'cho Anoshim, the L'cho, it's clear. Right. Firstly, it's clear from, what's it called? In Devarim, when he gives them Musar, over there, it's clear that he asked, that they asked initially. From here it's not. From here it's not. But it's inferred from the L'cho Anoshim, right? Otherwise, you say Shlach Anoshim. But Shlach L'cho. So evidently, yeah, I mean, he never asked. He never asked. So we're saying L'cho. So evidently somebody did ask. Okay, let's see the morale. Shlach L'cho Anu. So that is the Shlach L'cho Anoshim. It says Anosh, doesn't say Noshim. You sure the Kli Yakar says this, or you heard this? You heard it, okay. Doesn't sound like the Kli Yakar. Sounds like somebody you heard it from. Okay. No, it doesn't have to be. It's a henpecked husband. Does the Medrash says the name always reveals the evil or the tzidkus of a person. Okay.